What is up, guys? Welcome to week number 35 of RollPlay D&D. My name is JP McDaniel. We've got the rest of the cast here. I don't know what's going on with the webcams. First off, who is this young man that is somehow snuck into the... Is that Ryan Breger Moore?
Hi, guys. I'm
Not
Ryan's
Gregor.
little brother. Ryan's little brother.
Oris.
Horace.
Wow.
Oris.
What's up?
Not much, man. Why'd you shave?
Because I shaved because it was getting increasingly difficult to eat food without getting whiskers in my mouth. And so, like, it's so much more convenient to not have it. I mean, I like the way it looked, but I had to get rid of it.
It worked for you. Sorry, I was talking about Scott. I wasn't insulting you. Vincent, you just got in from Toronto. How was that?
It was nice. It was, a very productive trip, promoting the documentary, seeing the documentary release. Very happy with it. Just traveling's tiring, I'm an old man now at 28, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta retire soon, huh?
I gotta retire soon. I gotta start thinking about just being a king and rolling a new character. But the roleplay people will be happy to hear. I did learn that it is actually Harbinger, not Harbringer. So... I would be correctly saying the sword's name.
I thought it was just like a halibred. Like, that's just one of the things that we mispronounce on purpose.
You know what's funny about it is it's become a Vincent characteristic to not remember people's names, but that's actually just my brain. Like, I actually just don't remember names for shit. Yeah. And I can actually trace that to my mom. Like, I 1000% blame my mom for that. I grew up in a household where she did funny things where she'd be like, "What's that boy's name, your friend, the one with the pretty brown eyes?" And I'd look at her and be like, "The pretty brown eyes? Like, what? How am I supposed to know his name based off of that?"
That's all of them.
Oh, yeah.
They all have pretty brown eyes.
Was his name Anquan? Was it Anquan? Or like, no, it was Michael.
It's obviously Anquan.
You racist. So I do apologize, but I will remember that now.
That's good.
And for everyone watching, just so we cover our bases, we're all also watching WCS. So don't worry, we're not killing esports, but we are multitasking esports right now.
Multitasking esports.
We're doing it.
Neal, you done any 24-hour streams lately? That's all I have to do to intro you.
Not since last talk. Although I think third week in November, there's nothing going on, so like the 22nd through the 25th,
yeah.
I think I might do a stream.
Yeah, 72 hours?
I don't until I beat everyone.
You said there was 3 days open, so I'm just kind of assuming.
Well, see, the goal is people in chat start watching at the same time, like when they get off work or whatever, and then we have a pact, and every couple hours, I check in with them and see who can keep going with me as long as possible, and then I stop after I beat whoever fell asleep. And last time that was 65 hours.
You cheat, though. You
try to
cheat.
kill
I've seen videos from that. Part of that was just people in your room dancing and shit.
Yeah, my older brother came over fairly drunk with his friends, and they did a dance recital.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 115-hour stream, and I'll be in it most. I'll stop by. But mostly, what I'll do is I'll just set up a fucking go cam on Barrison or something like that, and just stream him wobbling around. But
I was
I'll play games.
Was in frame when they were dancing. You could see me.
Yeah, you were there mostly. You were sitting there.
Fine. I challenge you to a stream off then. We'll see who can go longer.
It's not a contest. You'd win that.
Shit.
I'd get fucking so tired after. Because I play difficult games. I've seen the games you play. You're like, "Who wants to join me for Angry Birds?" I'm like, all right. Okay.
I'm sorry, not all of us can be pro gamers.
Guys, I'm going to play checkers with my friend. Do you want to watch? All right, man.
We can't all be GM players, all right? Someone has to be the gold player.
I will do this with you though. If you want, like in December, I'm going to be streaming like a madman. I will. Let's do a stream off because if we make it, because in December I'll have nothing else. So I've set aside time to stream. So let's set that up. Let's do after the first weekend of December. So like that Tuesday or Wednesday.
All right.
And the deal is you have to play games within the hour. Like
what is the bet? Like what happens if who loses? What's the deal?
I don't know. We could think of that. Down for whatever.
All right, we'll figure it out.
You know what it'll be? Actually, I like this idea. If I win, you will have to play the NPC of 2 gay guys, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
But they'll have to make sweet love during roleplay, and you'll have to talk this. You'll have to.
Does this just happen in front of us? We're like, you're walking down the street and 2 homosexual men start
And
making
again,
love.
there's nothing wrong with that. The whole idea is that, as a heterosexual man, I assume this will make Neal very uncomfortable, and I think he should.
All right. And what happens if I win?
Well, that's for you to decide. And I'll think about that, because if people take offense to that, I don't want to do that. I don't want to offend people, but I think that
They
would
might take offense.
maybe
I
not
don't
gay, because that's just will upset somebody. Maybe you just have to talk through a love scene with like who would I mean?
No, just have one of your characters go to a live sex show. Done.
All right.
Alright, so in this episode of Roleplay,
You guys are in the middle of the woods. There's no live sex shows nearby.
There's
The centaurs are out here, Neil. They can get down if they
I
want to.
like that. I like that. Yeah, we'll do it as like it'll be mixed.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, think about whatever happens if you win, Neil. That Jeff has to do. Then
Well, yeah.
If I did offend someone, I apologize. By the way, I didn't mean it in a derogatory way. What I was thinking of it from the angle of what would make him the most uncomfortable, and actually, centaur porn is even better. So I like that actually.
centaur
Maybe
porn's
like
pretty
centaur dwarf porn or something.
And you're
well,
not-
see, the problem with that is you might anger the centaur population. So just prepare for the PMs. Is all I'm saying.
good. Yeah, the centaurs might come out of the woodworks.
Yeah,
man.
you're gonna have more people
You
mad at
never
you, not
know.
less.
They'll come clopping along.
We will. You know what? We'll think of the punishment, but let's definitely do a stream off then. I'll do that.
All right, let's do it.
All right, stream off confirmed. Jen, what have you been up to? You're getting ready for some trips, some
yeah, I'm
transatlantic
leaving
trips.
for Paris Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So I went shopping. Yay.
Yeah.
I hate shopping.
Have you been to Paris before?
Yeah, I've been like 3 times when I was below 14.
Okay.
So I don't remember that much.
Okay. What
I
do you
read Harry Potter last time I went to Paris.
Mm.
I was
yeah,
like
you
reading
did.
Harry Potter. My mom was like, "Look at the Eiffel Tower." I'm like,
Eiffel, not evil.
Eiffel.
Evil
I
Tower.
don't know how to say it in
the
English.
evil tower.
As
Is it?
as
Do
a
the French pronounce it
Canadian-
Eiffel?
As
Tour
a
Eiffel.
French
This
Canadian,
changes my whole
No,
life.
we pronounce
French-
it. Wait, we pronounce it Tour Eiffel.
Abigail,
Oh, okay.
Jen,
That makes
as a
sense.
French Canadian,
Evil.
do the French look down on
Yes.
your French?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the British versus the American English.
Yeah, except we beat them in war.
Yeah.
So.
But they still
We
think
beat
they're.
everything. There's
Yeah.
not really a competition.
We make
It's
even
just-
better tea than the English now. They have nothing.
But
Yeah,
they
just
still think they're
destroyed the
better.
English.
Well,
I think that's just French people, not just French against.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting into a dark thing here. I'm just gonna
I'll
start
save
insulting.
JP. I'll say it because no one cares what I think. I'm not important enough.
Okay. There you
Yeah,
go.
the French are just uptight about everything. Don't worry about it, Jen. French and English, the former rulers of the world, now fallen and useless.
There you go.
See,
There
what
you
we
go.
do is before every show, we type in like 4 different categories of groups that we want to offend, right? I've had to do one.
Yeah.
it-
We got
you know,
centaurs,
go to the
French
list.
people. We added some English and the British in there just for
And
good
today we
effect.
had homosexuals as well.
Kind of like a little
Yeah.
scavenger hunt we have to do before every show.
I tried to salvage the
We get
homosexual.
extra XP. This is a new thing that Neil is trying in his campaign.
It's like bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here to play Dungeons and Dragons, guys. Let's play D&D. Neil, what you ask us where we left off, and I do not remember. So you have to.
You guys
inform
are in the
us.
middle of the woods.
Yeah, we just fought and you were like in a coma or something.
You guys had just fought the people on horseback who had charged you with lances. Remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you guys, JP barely survived that one. I think JP.
I
got
had
dead.
like -4. We still had a ways to go.
We gave him a talking to when he woke up as well. I remember that.
Yeah.
We just said, "You got to stop
Did
this
you
nonsense."
ever wake him up?
Yeah,
Yes.
because remember I did speak with Dead on one of the.
I gave him one of
Oh,
my potions.
yeah. Got it. Yeah. You guys used a healing potion or something,
Yeah,
right?
and then
Yeah,
I healed
I-
myself, so I'm at 5 out of 7, I think.
Yeah. Where's my binder? It has all my information. I don't know.
Did you say 5 out of 7?
5 out of 7 HP. Yeah.
You have more than 7 HP total.
Yeah, you have like 43, don't you? Or...
I have 44 total, but I only have max of 7 because I didn't rest for like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I think. Neal, if I have more than that, Neal, you can let me know.
Sure. Anyway, so you guys are in the woods. You've just spoken with Dead. You've learned what you needed to learn.
Yes, actually, I need to open up. Well, unless somebody has some idea, I mean, he conveyed everything that he found out from the guy that's dead, and then I think we were just planning on continuing onward. I mean, actually, the other thing that's worth noting for people in case they forgot is I cut off all the heads of the guys that charged us, put them on the horse, pissed on the flag, and then I put the flag on the horse and slapped its butt. Sent it off.
Yeah, I remember that.
Totally.
Was there anything on these bodies, by the way?
I believe I already distributed what little money they had on them to you guys.
It was
Yeah.
20.
There was nothing else on them, right? It was just money. And
I mean, they've got like
they had,
the normal stuff that soldiers would have on them, but
yeah, they had tabards or something of a V, right? You said.
yeah, there was a white V painted on them.
Okay, a white V.
You know what? I want to take one of those and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Wait, how many did we kill? 5?
6. 6?
I think it was 5.
5 or 6. There were a couple.
No one leveled up, by the way, right?
I do not think so. I'm
I
opening
wanna
your
level
character
up.
sheet right
Have
now.
to be getting closer.
We got to be
You guys
pretty
are
close.
getting closer.
Easy sentence to agree with.
It's like, no, actually,
Damn it, I
you
should have
guys
worded that
backtracked. You lost a level, guys.
Actually, JP tweeted the link to a monster that does age you to 80 years. It makes
Yeah.
you ride 5 levels.
See that?
Yeah, he's kind of a scary guy. He's
Wait,
also in a
82
different.
280?
He ages
Yes.
you 10d4
I
if
think it
he
was
touches
6.
you with one hand. So he gets 2 attacks per round, so he can age you up to 80 years in one round if he hits. There's also something else that he did that he basically can just like kill you just by tapping you or something. I don't know.
Jeff, just so you know, you are the closest to leveling up, needing 24,000 more to go. You are currently at 100,884 or 100,846. You need 125,000. So you're the closest.
Horace
And
is
everyone else
definitely
needs-
last. Then Abigail's
Only
probably
100,000 though, so I still actually need a good, what is that, 20% almost?
Well, I probably got some XP for my extracurriculars during last week.
Yeah. Me too.
That gets recorded on a separate XP. That's for
Yeah, that's over on RollPlay XXX. That's that XP chart.
yeah.
It's different than this one.
By the way, Neal, what did you think about what I messaged you on Skype midweek?
I have no recollection of what that was.
You said I was evil for saying it.
Oh.
Listen to this guy being
Oh.
as secretive as JP now. This is...
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on with
Secret?
this
I'm not that secretive.
But if
Hey,
okay.
Neal, did you get that thing I sent you about the stuff? And then Abigail will be like, what stuff? You're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that evil thing that you stated.
Yes,
Yes. What about it?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
just wanted to bring it to the front of your mind. That's all.
It is now in the front of my mind. We'll see
Cool story, bro.
how that goes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Enough insider trading. Let's play this game.
Welcome
All right,
to
Neil, so
Inside
we
Baseball.
slapped off the horse. Horse runs away. We're all kind of frustrated with Azrael because he didn't really, like, we were like, hey, man, you got to take care of yourself. And he's like, rah, rah. My God, left me.
I'm
No, I
like,
said I
Azrael,
would.
snap out of it. Urgh.
All right. And then after that, we're continuing on our way all ninja-like.
Oh yeah.
And I think...
Move silently, listen to shadows.
Wait, we're on horses. We can't. They can't.
I'm
move
just
silently.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing
well, we're in the woods. We're going between...
Oh, I gotta open the map.
I think the plan was Victorville and Charandar.
Let's see. I gotta remember. Didn't we leave Farbor?
You guys
Burrow?
left from the High Claris Tower, and you're traveling outside, just like in the woods, away from the roads and cities. and I heard you guys were headed up into Charnder. Is where
Yeah.
you're headed, so you have to cross like Balthrog
Yeah.
or Harpdale first.
You asked which side of the road we're on. We were on the right side of that road.
Mm-hmm.
Got past like Harrendale, across the road, and then we were in the forest approaching.
Actually, you're not quite that far. You're still south of Harrowdale right now.
Okay, well we're in the
You're
woods.
you're just to the west of Hammer Lake, where you
Okay.
must stop for a time.
Then we continue, sir. That's what we're doing.
Cool. So,
That might be-
I believe I had rolled previously that there were no other encounters. You get up to... So, 2 more days pass. No, I'm sorry, 3 more days pass.
I'm resting and eating during these days,
You are now, okay, resting and eating.
per the party's request.
Okay. So, let's bump this up to... whoops. That's the wrong... Horace, you were at 14 HP, according to this.
Okay. 14 out of what?
14 out of 34.
How much did I have?
You're at 33 out of 33.
Okay.
And Vincent's at 37 out of 37. Some people just can't be touched.
Can't touch this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Hammer Lake and the stopping. I'm glad someone picked up on that.
so that's the story then, Neil. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. So eventually, after 3 days, you get to the road. You come across this bit of road traveling east-west. And you think you're probably somewhere between Valthrog and Harrowdale. Probably.
All right, so we're like in the forest still, but kind of looking up at that road. And we're like, Abigail, I think this is where your specialty is going to come in handy. I think you should go up to the road, kind of scout it out, auto-cast your detect everything, and give us the thumbs up, the signal that it's okay to cross, if you think it is.
Sure. So I'm gonna do that. And the signal is gonna be caw, caw, caw.
Very good.
So I'm gonna go without my horse and do like move silently, detect noise, move silently, detect noise. It's really awesome. Sometimes I throw in a tumble because I have a proficiency in that.
Good move.
Yeah, I know. It changes everything.
Is it silent tumbling, though?
Oh
I
yeah.
do
No
more
tumble
noise.
can be silent.
I'm still doing it. It's happening.
It's the most silent tumble that you can imagine, though.
Yeah. It's like when there's a bush, I'll like tumble behind it or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll
you
tumble from bush to bush.
Yeah. Yep.
She goes from bush to bush, Neil.
Yep.
I know.
She does.
Horace
She
knows.
does. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think all of our secret roleplay on the side is all about when they PM
Yeah.
me during the middle of the week?
That's just Ryan. That's what he does.
It's just Friday night.
That's we don't know.
Look, I don't do it often. I think this is the first time I've ever done this.
Right, like you've never done that, JP.
Are you
ever.
talking about Abigail, or do you mean?
Are we talking about bush to bush
Well-
or messaging you? What's going on?
Yeah, right.
We did that once for the love potion scheme.
Yeah.
That
Got
didn't
a
work
lot
out
of-
so well.
No, it was great though. No
That
regrets.
resulted in murder.
Yeah, it didn't go that well.
All right.
Anyway, Abigail, you walk out into the road off of your horse. The horse is back with the rest of the party. And you peer your head one way, and you peer your head the other way. And you see nothing. Nothing but road.
Okay. So I look back. Do I see my party or are they further?
They're left way in the woods.
But
What does
within
that
earshot
mean?
of caw.
Within earshot,
Okay.
but not visible range.
Okay, so I do. Caw, caw, caw.
All right.
Party,
We
you hear
emerge,
this.
Neil.
All right, you trot out, Abigail's horse in tow, and see her on the road, just kind of looking both ways before she crosses.
As everyone should.
Right.
Good. We learn good life lessons here on Roleplay.
Yeah. The main objective.
That's what we try to teach people.
Yeah. That's why we started this thing.
So remember, kids, if you're ever convicted of a crime, just kill the judge.
Okay, so we're on the road in between Balthog and Harrowdale, we think.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where you think you are, or probably are.
Okay. So we cross the road, we get back in the woods, Neil, and we're continuing our way.
All right, you guys keep continuing. It will take you horseback 1, 2,
30
3.
days. So I'm at full HP.
Take you 5 more days to get to Cherndar. 5 to 6 days, actually. You know, in the woods.
Obviously.
Obviously. Okay. And, oops. Roll to see if you guys get lost. 3. Wow, okay. Not a problem then. 4 days into your journey, you come across this thick, heavy swamp. And I mean, you start to walk across it, and someone first steps and steps in a squishy spot, and as you keep walking, this pretty big old swamp, lots of greenery, lots of old trees that have been dead and fallen over. And you start walking through this swampy area. Is there anything?
I don't like swamps, guys.
We'll
They
keep our
remind
eyes
me
out for
of-
tails.
They remind me of crocodiles.
Crocodile tails.
Yeah, and dragons and snakes that fall out of trees.
We're just kind of in ninja mode, Neil. We're just constantly like walking
Okay.
carefully and looking around and kind of thing.
I'm talking
I
to
wanna-
Crawlfor and ask him what he detects near us.
I want to be carrying a stick and like poking in front of me before stepping.
Crawlfort does not detect anything within anything that you would care about.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, continue on.
Yeah, you guys continue on. Eventually, you come out of the swamp on the other side later that day, and if the next day later that day you stumble upon an old road that looks like once upon a time might have been useful, but now it's broken up, and there's a lot of things that have grown in place of it. Every now and then, you'll come across an actual part of a path, but it's pretty much just a deserted, abandoned road, probably 100 years old or something. The next day, you come across the ruins of an old city. It doesn't look like it's been recently destroyed. This definitely, was ruined long ago and has been overgrown with weeds and trees and stuff. But it's still on this road that you're on. And later that day, as you approach evening, you see Charndar. Charndar, off in the distance.
Charizard?
Yeah, you see a Charizard.
Okay.
Oh shit!
I
Roll for
capture it.
initiative. Initiative,
I
dude.
throw my Pokeball.
Dude, this is D&D. They get attacks off before you get your Pokeball off. And you only have 1 HP, so...
Gotta get your Pokeball.
I use Tail Whip.
Okay, so as we're approaching, Neil, do we see banners or people on the ramparts or anything like that?
Well, I'm giving you guys... You're starting out where... as soon as you see the city, which is at its furthest distance. So you do see banners and stuff, but it's hard to tell if they are the normal banners that you'd have in a city or if they are banners of war.
I'm sorry, what city is this?
Charizard. You can tell it's
So as we're
Charizard
walking-
because it has a river that runs through it.
As we're walking, as soon as we can discern anything about the banners or the city, I'd like you to tell us what's going on.
Okay. Okay, so you guys keep going. As I said, it's getting towards evening, so the light is slowly fading. But eventually, as you get closer, you do notice that the banners on the castle wall, or the walls of the city, are banners with the big white V across them.
Oh god.
How many days has it been, Neil? Sorry. 5?
It has been 5, 6, 7, 8 days since you guys last.
15 HP.
By the way, Neil, the people that attacked us, I remember they were wearing the V, but did they look human and alive?
They were totally human.
Can you,
Yeah.
okay.
They were just
So-
like your everyday, ordinary folk.
So hypothetically, if Vincent would have put on a tabard, right, he could hypothetically blend in with said people? Or is there anything that would stick out?
I
Well,
mean,
I'm asking
he looks
you, like-
he looks just as human as Vincent does. So, or they did.
So we could
So it's
all
very-
like put.
I mean, it's feasible if everything else goes according to plan. Yes,
Right.
but
So from what we saw during the the attack.
They
There's
look.
nothing.
They were human.
Okay.
They were
So we
ordinary.
could all put wide V's on ourselves and try to blend in.
Well, I grabbed one. We only have one.
I mean, how is it painted? Is it just like white paint? Like,
That's a tabard, like the thing you put over the armor.
oh, okay.
Actually, it's actually painted on. It's very crudely done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So
it
we
was not-
could try to recreate it.
I mean, we could just send Vincent in by
One.
himself.
Sure. I mean, I don't look like these guys as much as Vincent, so.
What, you want me to? I'm like, you want me to walk in there and pretend to be one of them? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what Horace is saying. I'm just trying to understand the idea. I'm not proposing it.
Yeah, I'm kind of against it, guys.
Right.
Like, it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
but
no, I-
then they're like, "Hey, who are you?" And then I have an entire city on top of my head.
How far
I mean-
out from the city are we, Neil? Sorry.
half mile.
So we can't really see what's going on inside of it. I assume it has like walls
No.
and whatnot.
Yeah, and
Oh.
this place does have a small wall that runs around the outside.
Do we need to go to this city?
No, I think we're just looking for information to try to see what's going on and if they are raising these cities and inhabiting them, or if they are just passing through and destroying it with an army. I turned to Horace and asked, do you have any ability to, with your hawk, to see what's going on in that forest? Perhaps if she or he, I don't know which this is, you'll have to tell me.
It's a she.
If she can fly over it and perhaps somehow relay information to you.
Neil, that's a question for you. Will you type that answer to me?
I will type that answer to you.
Okay. So I look back at Azrael.
Yeah.
My hawk, she'll sometimes freak out if she sees like a gigantic predator perhaps in the area, but for this kind of information, she wouldn't be able to relay it for me.
Okay. Well, I guess, I mean, do we have any idea where we're going? It was said that the bow is somewhere in the High Vale mine or mountain range. Is that what it was called, Neil?
Something
High
like
Vale
that.
Mountain.
The High Vale
Range.
mountain range is the mountain range in question.
Should we just try to keep going? Like, just dodge the city?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if we can, we might as well just
That's
keep
been the
going, of
plan.
course, yeah. Keep going north and make a connection to the High Vale mountain range. How am I saying mine range? Have you guys been to this area before? I'm not too familiar with it.
Not to my knowledge. We've been around it. We're very close to Valesburg.
Do you know can you pass over it, or are we gonna have to go down to the bottom where the river comes out near Valesburg? Do we know that, Neil?
You don't know of any passes through the mountain. You haven't hung around this area ever.
Okay.
We can just try to go around the city. I'm sure it's doable.
So I addressed the party as a whole, and I asked, when you normally have encountered the armies of Verasi, what did you normally do in these types of situations? I sought you guys out because I heard you had defeated some of their army. What do you normally do?
We did battle with him at High Claris Tower, and that was a general siege and open warfare. And then you saw us do battle with the 5 that tried to ride us down, and that's it. We've been in the southern lands mostly, while they've been up here rampaging. But now we must get the final weapon, and once we have the final weapon, we can start to challenge these beasts that are the main strength to these armies.
Indeed, the weapon is very exciting.
Yeah. Speaking of which, should we give the weapon back to Bregor?
Abigail,
Oh,
you died
I mean,
recently.
Horace.
I expect slips to happen, but okay. So to comment on that, I still don't understand what you guys have been talking about with the weapons and the talk. Like I've grabbed 2 of them, I think already.
Be careful
and
with
neither
your
of
words
them have spoken to me.
They don't like to be shown off as far as being like a trick, you know. So the weapons kind of they have their own minds, so they either accept us or they do not. I think it was wrong for us to try to be like, hey, look, see this toss. So you did well in battle, friend, and I'm gaining trust in you, but our journey is still young with you, so I would vote that we probably hold off a little while longer.
Sure, I would love to prove myself further to your group.
I don't
Very
think it's well, in the case of the weapons, I believe it's proving yourself to the weapon, not so much us, but
Well, to both.
yeah.
The weapon is a secondary
Sure.
for me.
Regardless, we need to move forth and make towards the mountain range. It is getting darker out. Or is it darker or lighter, Neil? What time of day is it?
It's getting darker.
It's getting darker out. I don't want to be around this this road at night. I'd rather be somewhere in a forest.
Okay, let's make camp and then we'll cross the road when we can.
So you're a half mile from the city. Do you want to make camp here?
Are we off the road?
Yeah, I mean, you're off the road. You're in the wilderness. You're on the old road, the broken down road that you see leaving Charandar towards Thornwind.
I think we should actually cross the road now and make our way towards the mountain range in the darkness of night. Give us cover.
Yeah. That might be a better idea.
We could just push on in a couple hours and then make camp, off the road a good, 2 hours or so.
Yeah, we probably need to get as far away from the city as possible. If that scouting party found us in the middle of the woods, if we're next to a main thoroughfare, they're going to find us much easier.
Yep.
So let's
Horace,
actually
Abigail, what say you? Good?
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
I am with the party.
All right, friends, let us push onward then. And do you have a way of communicating with your bird?
Not as you and I communicate. Somewhat simple commands and things like that. But
Would you
why
be able
do you
to
ask?
allow it to alert us to see if there's anyone approaching?
Neil. Kinda. Kinda, I say.
Okay. Well, we'll take all the help we can get, friends. We're almost at the end of our journey here, and this final weapon is the key we need to then seek out our revenge on these evildoers. So let's go ahead and deploy your bird. Abigail, you're going to lead us, and I want you to do the best you can to look out, and everyone move as quietly as you can.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Neil, so we're going to try to cross the road and make our way to the mountain for a couple hours so we can get a good night's rest, but be off the road.
Okay, and it is evening time. Okay. You guys successfully cross the road a little bit to the west of Charandar and make your way into the woods and start heading north.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How far do you go before you make camp for the night?
I mean, as far as we can go before going too far into the night.
Well, that's exactly what I'm asking. What is that?
A couple hours.
Okay, a couple hours. Cool. So you guys make camp and you keep your normal watches and everything, right?
Except for Azrael gets skipped. He's resting.
Yeah.
Resting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a
So-
full night's rest.
Who takes first watch? Who takes
I do.
second? Who takes third? Okay.
I'll take
Take
first one.
second.
Jeff, Abby, Horace.
I can take third, sure.
Cool. So, Vincent, when you are on watch, you hear... Well, actually, give me a perception check.
Will
Give me a
do.
perception check.
Dun,
D20 plus what?
dun.
It's like 11 or something like that. D20.
Ooh, I'm
11,
fun.
yeah.
Okay.
25.
Okay. So you hear the sound of footsteps walking through the forest.
Like individual footsteps?
Yeah, it sounds like a group of people.
Oh, a group. And they're
Yeah,
close?
You hear individual footsteps of a group of people. They're not that close, probably a dozen yard or a few dozen yards out.